Bards, it is time to sign on the dotted line, and you might just get to keep your soul, or head, or treasures. Bringing you the 2014 Bard subclass, College of Contracts. Avoiding the stereotypical romance everything that moves Bard, contract bards lean more into the concept of using their mind and wiles to convince others to agree to contracts that might not be favourable to them. Oh dear, did I end up making magical lawyers in D&D? Anyway, how often have you heard tales of bards managing to charm or persuade a shopkeeper into sponsoring the party or getting reduced rates at the local inn? Themed as individual who can write binding contracts for leaders from various factions, it isn't uncommon for those who feel slighted by the contract to pursue the bard with ill intent. Hence, the bard has learnt to bring their pen to the battlefield, as it can be mightier than the sword. In the beginning, at 3rd level, the pen or quill becomes a spell focus. The gaining of additional languages, proficiency, and mind-affecting spells certainly helps when dealing with troublesome clients too, but a contract bard's real power comes from writing special, temporary contracts in a pinch. Making a sacrifice of their own to improve their chance of survival with their fine print feature, the contract bard can choose allies to gain a bonus equal to a bardic inspiration die. However, in doing so, the contract bard loses what the allies have gained. For example, if an ally's attack is hitting harder, the contract bard is easier to hit. If the allies find it easier to make saving throws, the contract bard's spells are easier to resist. As with any contract, there is always an element of give and take, especially when written in haste. The 6th level power to object encompasses a common feature for many bards. The objection feature lets the bard react to an attack, check, or save by subtracting a bardic inspiration. If it succeeds in preventing the roll, the bonus is added to the next roll of the same type. Lastly, breaking contract is something frowned upon, but for a contracts bard, it is a handy tool in their pocket. At level 14, the contracts bard can write more detailed contracts in a short time, reducing the negative impact on themselves. But also, should the time arise, they can break the contracts with their fractured contracts feature, dealing psychic damage to nearby enemies and preventing reactions. This is certainly an unusual subclass to make. It came from a thought that bards need to be able to do more for the party, apart from ill-timed bardic inspiration. Adding the inspiration die into the use of contracts allows it to persist longer in battles, and be a more useful contribution. But there is always a cost, which should encourage the bard to analyse the battle before committing to a contract. Take this class for a spin and discuss with the DM other contracts the bard could write. Maybe one to improve charisma skills to the detriment of your own, or would it work in reverse, boosting the bard's charisma but leaving the contracted individual severely lacking social skills for who knows how long? So how would this play into your game? A contracted bard is often hunted by those who didn't get their way in a deal, so they will be in need of a party to protect them while travelling across the world to new clients. Or maybe one contract the bard brokered was unknowingly with the big bad, and now they need to break it one way or another, or find themselves suffering the consequences. Have fun with that, and let me know in the comments what contract might your bard regret brokering.